What else could you use to describe the man who turned down $800 million to defect to the LIV Series and has taken on a central role in rallying other professional golfers in support of the PGA? Tiger Woods has been the face of the PGA Tour for over 2 decades. From his 82 PGA Tour titles that tie him for the most tour wins, to his making 142 consecutive cuts between 1998 and 2005. When the organization he has battled for so long faces adversity, who better to take up the mantle and be their Avenger than Woods? We'll give you a behind-the-scenes look at everything you want to know about Tiger Woods and the idea behind him taking the Avenger mantle of the PGA Tour. Woods' new role as an activist is an intriguing new direction for the 46-year-old, whose playing days are definitely numbered. He has been an amateur golf historian from childhood and is now the alpha leader of the pro PGA players working to improve the organization. Many of the world's top 20 golfers and other significant players who are still PGA Tour members met with Woods for more than 3 hours in August at a hotel in Wilmington, Delaware, the location of the BMW Championship, the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. While a great deal of what was discussed is not for the public forum, according to Rory McIlroy, it's not hard to guess what sort of discussions they were up to. The pro PGA golfers affirmed their commitment to the current establishment and discussed changes to make better the organization. There were some big names in the meeting, including Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Will Zalatoris, Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay, and several others who wanted to reshape the PGA Tour. What draws PGA Tour players to LIV Golf? In a word, cash. In a few more words, money, dough, green, and shekels. The Saudi Arabian government's public investment funds finance LIV Golf, which is why there is controversy surrounding players quitting. You're wondering, why, yeah? Over the years, Saudi Arabia has come under fire for treating human rights issues. Some refer to the funds as blood money, and others charge that the Saudi government is sports washing by supporting LIV Golf. In direct contrast to the PGA Tour's reputation for being merit-based, LIV provides something the PGA Tour does not by awarding contracts to its players. Who are the so-called defectors to the LIV? Phil Mickelson, the first and most well-known player to join the LIV Golf Tour, was said to have been giving $200 million to make the switch. Dustin Johnson, a former #1 golfer, was another LIV Golf defector, signing a 4-year contract with the series worth a reputed $125 million. Australian Cameron Smith, a recent top 3 contender for PGA Tour Player of the Year, was also one of the major players to defect to the LIV Golf Series. Others include Sergio Garcia and Louis Oosthuizen. The LIV also promises less rigorous schedules as well as larger cash prizes for tournaments won. The Saudi-backed league approached more than one member of the golf royalty, including Tiger Woods. In fact, a number of PGA Tour regulars have boycotted the LIV, expressing their disdain for the so-called money-making machine series. It's starting to sound personal, yeah? After winning the BMW PGA Championship, Shane Lowry took a jab at his LIV Golf competitors. The Irishman couldn't help but poke fun at the returning LIV stars in his victory speech, claiming his victory was one for the good guys, Lowry stated. I wanted to win this tournament not just for myself, but also for this tour and everyone who has supported it. I believe this is one for the good guys. World number 15 Billy Horschel also told LIV golfers that your big thing was to spend more time with family and want to play less golf. That's not all, he added. Why are you here? You're here for one reason only, and that's to try to get world ranking points because you don't have it. Some of these agents led guys down a bad road. They saw dollar signs and wanted to cash in on their side of it. Colin Montgomery, the Scot, has also stated that he believes that collaboration is the only way to heal the schism at the top of the game caused by the emergence of LIV Golf. Are you a veteran golf fan yourself? These next names will be familiar to you then. Even Gary Player, a Golf Saudi ambassador, was not afraid to express his views. In an interview with BBC 5 Radio, the 86-year-old Hall of Famer said there's no possibility LIV Golf could overtake the PGA Tour as the top circuit in pro golf. And he also slammed its concept and the league's players. What sort of tour is that? 54 holes, no cut, a team event nobody understands? It's a tour for people who don't have confidence in their future. They don't have the confidence they can be winners. Another Hall of Famer, Jack Nicklaus, revealed that he was first approached as the face and representative of LIV Golf before they settled on Greg Norman. He even turned down a $100 million offer from the Saudis twice because he grew up on the PGA Tour and helped to modernize it into what it is today. So he would never join the LIV Series. However, Tiger Woods didn't just have a meeting with some other players. Nope. Like a true Avenger, he's making more moves to get the job done. In response to the LIV, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy announced a collaboration with the PGA Tour to launch a new competition called TGL. The PGA Tour stated that the two prominent golfers will establish the new TGL Golf League under their new TMRW Sports business. The PGA Tour and Woods and McIlroy's TMRW Sports will collaborate on a new league that will showcase team matches blending advanced innovation and live action from a custom-built stadium, the tour announced in a news release. TGL will feature 6 teams of 3 players, each competing in 15 Monday night events, with each event lasting less than 2 hours. This golf format is intended to increase interest in the sport and appeal to younger generations of golfers. The events will take place on Monday nights and will not disrupt the PGA Tour schedule, according to the PGA. Yeah, you're not thinking of that alone. We are too. That sounds so much like the LIV Series. We guess it's just the PGA doing whatever they can to keep the group together. The founding duo expects that it can help revitalize the PGA Tour, which has sustained considerable losses since the rise of LIV Golf. Tiger and I are excited. McIlroy said that TGL will be comparable to sitting courtside at an NBA game. Let's hope he's right. 2 days after Cameron Smith beat McIlroy to the Open title, McIlroy says he spoke to Cameron Smith to educate him about what he'd be leaving behind if he followed the LIV Exodus. After the Tour Championship, Smith joined the Exodus from the PGA Tour in a move that would significantly harm the Tour's standing in the continuing Civil War. In a video call 2 days after the Australian defended him on the final day at St. Andrews last month, McIlroy, who has collaborated heavily with Tiger Woods in leading the PGA Tour's response, gave Smith an early look at the proposals. He hinted that many changes and developments were being made, such as a 20 PGA Tour event played by the world's best golfers, 12 elevated tournaments with fatter purses, a $100 million increase in the Player Impact Program bonus pool, and even a scheme of earning assurances with a different cut for different tier players. McIlroy, talking about the call, said, quote, "Honestly, it doesn't matter if they leave or not, it won't make a difference to me. But at the very least, I'd like the folks to make an educated decision, knowing exactly what's coming down the pipeline. This is what you may leave behind. I just do not want people to make conclusions based on information from only one viewpoint. I've always thought that the men may do whatever they want as long as they make judgments based on all the facts. I don't think some of these judgments were made with all of that information in front of them." End quote. Apparently his advice fell on deaf ears as a couple of weeks after, the 29-year-old Cameron Smith ditched the PGA Tour for the LIV Series. The LIV have tried to and successfully pulled some big names, but they didn't stop there. They made a move to get the GOAT of the game. According to LIV Golf CEO Greg Norman, Woods was offered a mind-blowingly big, we're talking about huge 9-digits agreement. According to rumors, it was worth between $700 and $800 million, but Woods turned down the offer. Some speculate that he did it for his pocket and to safeguard his name on the PGA Tour, but Woods has indicated that he refused the offer because of the tour's legacy, not his own. Woods told reporters he is committed to the PGA Tour. Quote, "I have my viewpoint on how I see the game of golf, and I've supported the tour. And my foundation has run events on the tour for a number of years. I've been playing here for many years now, and I believe it has a heritage. I still believe the tour has so much to offer and many opportunities. I appreciate differing points of view, but I believe in legacies, great titles, significant events, and analogies to historical personalities." End quote. We guess it's right to say that Tiger Woods will be doing anything and everything within his power to protect the legacy of the PGA Tour and keep the LIV Series from ruining the game. The introduction of the LIV Golf Series has split the PGA Tour into two camps, with some players defecting to the new franchise and others remaining loyal. Tiger Woods is a PGA loyalist, and while some may see his activities to safeguard the league as a form of self-promotion, it is evident that he simply wants to maintain the heritage of the tour, which he has represented for nearly 2 decades. Of course, the battle between the two golf governing bodies is far from over. What do you think of the division between the factions and the new changes coming to the PGA Tour in the near future? Let us know in the comments.